Although the focus now for the Milwaukee Bucks is on attempting to win an NBA championship title, a year ago the franchise played a key role in recent US civil rights history. Last August, the Bucks players decided against taking to the court for a playoff game. It was in response to the police shooting of a black man, Jacob Blake, in nearby Kenosha. That protest reverberated across US sports, with baseball and soccer games also being postponed. It was a reminder of the power of sports and its role in protesting for racial justice, and echoed the civil rights movement of the 1960s.
You've had athletes like Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali, stand up and fight for civil rights because they were being treated differently because of their athletic prowess, but they didn't have the same rights when they left the ballpark or the boxing ring or the basketball court.
A key part of the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville, Kentucky, is dedicated to the boxer's fight for civil rights. Although celebrated as an American hero now, during the 1960s, Ali paid a heavy price for his activism. In 1967, he was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison, fined $10,000, and banned from boxing for 3.5 years after refusing the Vietnam War draft. Even though Ali never had to serve his prison sentence, the conviction lingered with him for years.
When you think of athletes and what they've done to advance the cause of social justice and racial equity, Muhammad Ali really does stand out because he was willing to say what a lot of athletes couldn't say or wouldn't say. He wanted equity for Black and brown people. And so he was a voice for the voiceless.
More recently, former San Francisco 49ers NFL player Colin Kaepernick protested against police brutality by kneeling during the US national anthem. But he too has paid a price and has been without a team since 2016.
In the beginning, he was shunned. Trump called him a SOB and said anybody that does so should be fired immediately because he was talking to his base, and those people ate it up because they don't understand and comprehend that inherently they are racist with the beliefs that they have.
He was trying to make America better because he loved America. Same with Muhammad Ali. He always said America was the greatest country in the world, but it could be better.
High-profile deaths last year of people like George Floyd helped propel the Black Lives Matter movement to go global, with athletes taking a knee in protest against systemic racism in sporting arenas around the world, and highlighting perhaps a shift in international public opinion.
Last year, when NBA players, WNBA players were making statements about Black Lives Matter, you still heard shut up and dribble, right? We can't just put them out there and say, you guys go for it. We have to be with them arm in arm saying, we're with you because you're with us.
It is hoped that for future generations of athletes, that rather than being criticized for making a civil rights stand, they will be celebrated and supported. Dan Williams, CGTN, Chicago.